Alright, we are back with more Pioneer gameplay. Pioneer Masters just came out on Arena, which added a bunch of cards that weren't on Arena to Arena. One of them being Jace, Vryn's Prodigy. This is probably maybe my favorite card in the set, maybe in Pioneer. I've always been a huge fan of this card. It's a lot of fun to play with. It's seen some play in Pioneer. It sort of fell off because a lot of people started putting Bone Crusher Giant in their deck. It was never really too strong, but it just dying to stomp all the time was problematic. But most people don't really play Bone Crusher Giant anymore. Also, I just want to play with it. I've been experimenting with other Reanimator shells with no one left behind. So we're doing the same thing in Pioneer. For people that don't know, what Jace does is it's a looter that eventually, once you have enough cards in your graveyard, it flips to a Planeswalker that can shrink your opponent's stuff or flashback spells. So maybe you mill over a Zombify or just loot it away because you don't want it. Eventually, the Jace can flash it back. The same can be said for Treasure Cruise, just to draw extra cards. We have Thoughtseize, Fatal Push that can be flashed back. And then we're playing some See the Truths because we have Founding the Third Path. Also Jace. So See the Truth is an impulse, or anticipate, I guess, that turns into an Ancestral if you cast it from anywhere other than your hand. So if we get to cast it from the graveyard, we just get to pick up 3 cards, which is really good. Have Tainted Indulgence as a graveyard enabler for our fatties. And I still have Kiora. I haven't tried Kiora in any of the non-standard formats, but it seemed really good in standard, so we're trying it here. Mana base pretty straightforward. I'm trying some sewers just for extra delve and graveyard enabling. Not much to be said here. Sideboard, extra discard, some Narsets for like control and Phoenix. Extinction Event can be good against a lot of decks like mono green and creature decks in general. Extra Fatal Push, Graveyard Hate, Edict for Planeswalkers, maybe Hexproof. Obviously, Dispute for Spirits, blue decks, and then some Path of Perils for creature decks. So that is the blue-black Reanimator deck. If you just came here for the deck and want the export, it will be in the description as always. And otherwise, I will see you in the games. Alright. First match of the deck. Opponent goes first. What do they got? Kiora, so I'm playing against blue-white. Hand seems good-ish. Oh, no, it's Yorion. Sorry. Okay. Everybody loves Companion. Alright, are we just only going to play against Branding Light? Is that going to be our life? I should have Duressed. I messed up. Don't want that. Honestly, for some reason, I just didn't see this as a land. I don't want to complain in a YouTube video. Arena has a lot of flaws, but I just wish the cards weren't like... I don't know why you see 15% of the cards. Whatever, it's my fault. Either way. Alright. I guess we'll just Tainted Indulgence, right? Get the Atraxa in the yard. I'm not sure. They could Fable me. Which I guess is the punish for not dressing, but whatever. I don't know. It's possible that we just can't beat Niv, because it doesn't matter if, like, everyone... It doesn't matter if you put Atraxa into play, because all of their cards are just Atraxas, right? Like, these are just 2-mana Atraxa, 3-mana Atraxa. I think that... I mean, am I supposed to nil them? Is there any world I can deck them? I think our plan is to, like, run them out of Bring to Light targets, like, put Valgavoth into play multiple times. I don't think decking them is a good plan. Okay. So Kiora probably dies. Maybe I was supposed to Duress. I think I'm going to Kiora and hope to find a Zombify. Okay. I guess we'll scrap the sewer. So this sort of doesn't need to get answered, but I probably will want to answer it. What's a flashback? We have a cruise, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the saga itself will be 7, so we can Ancestral next turn. And keep our fatties in the graveyard. Also, it's not that big of a deal to exile one, I suppose. Not sure. Whatever. Opponent figuring out what to do. Vanishing versus Kiora. Yep. Abrupt Decay. Yep. Deny me the Ancestral. Sure. Okay. Oh, let's Duress. Maelstrom Pulse. Leyline Binding. So, I'm going to do this. We'll just Indulgence. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use the Thoughtseize or not. So we do have 6 out of 5 types. Next turn we'll mill. We can get this in the yard and flash it back. And then we did hit a Reanimate. Let me think. So this will be 3 and 3. Probably pulsing this. I don't know if I really care. Do I care about the Yorion? I think I do. Trying to figure out if it will get to a point where they'll do other things and then they'll have 8 mana. Like, that's the problem, right? Because if they have 8 mana, it dodges the Thoughtseize. But I'm guessing that they're going to Fatal or Maelstrom Pulse and then add it. If we hit a land, I'm probably just going to Reanimate. Okay, they did not Pulse. Let's look for a land. A Zombify. I think I still want to land. Okay. So this is getting answered, I presume. And then I guess I'm reanimating Atraxa. We're at 8. So Atraxa is going to get answered by Pulse. I'm guessing this is going to get answered by Verse. We'll have some extra cards. Yep. Did not die. Thoughtseize. Okay, that's good. I need a land now. Okay, well, we got Zombify. So I'm going to, I guess, Greed. Even if I miss, the Atraxa can find a land. So let's do auto. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Thank God. Okay, I thought it was said and done. Oh, shit. All right. Sorry for freaking out. Thought we blew it. All right, get rid of these. Let's draw 3 cards. Okay, let's Zombify. Atraxa. Let's find a swamp. Fatal Push. Founding. Do I want Kiora or Jace? I guess Kiora. Black. Let's hope they don't find another removal spell. Okay, so they get to cycle, so they get two looks at it. If this Atraxa gets to stay in play, though, we'll be good to go. It's also not that likely we die, I guess. I don't think there's any reason to keep Atraxa in hand. I don't think we can ever cast it with the way our deck's configured. Londa. Okay, that does not answer Atraxa. Alright, cool. So, maybe they draw like a Bring to Light next turn, but assuming that that does not happen, think we'll be good to go. How do I want to approach this? So I'll have 3 EOT, they get another goblin, that's fine. I would like to push the reflection, I guess. Can't really get revolt. I could founding, so that's gonna be, so untap here. I could founding push just to answer that. Just founding push Zombify. We could also Zombify plus reanimate, like, or whatever. No matter what this is happening, do this. And I don't really need more cards. I actually don't. I am throwing away a card. So, like, I could find founding. Nah, it doesn't matter. They can have their Fable. The Fable doesn't do anything. I don't know why I'm attached to the idea that it does anything. They probably have to find, like, Bring to Light into Sunfall. Oh, man. If we play against Niv, the matches are just going to be so long, too. We'll see. Maybe they just die to fatties. Sure. I don't think that does anything. But I guess nothing really does anything. Nice. Okay. So, surely they have some graveyard hate. Do I want Narset? I definitely want Mystical Dispute. Countering Bring to Light for 1 mana is pretty insane. I guess I probably do want Narset. They're not good at attacking it, and it does block up the Beanstalk. So Fatal Push sucks. Edict can answer a Caryatid, which isn't that relevant, but I guess I'll have it in. Maybe I want to answer like a Niv too. So Cruise. Cruise is good. Could trim like Kiora. Do I want all my discard? I think so. I could trim Jace. I could just take out Jace. Because this deck has so much removal. That pains me, but I think it's correct. So now I'm going to take out 1 Cruise and 1 Kiora. I don't know how much graveyard hate they're really going to have, but I'm going to hope that I don't think I need that much card advantage. I'm going to hope that the discard can carry me against the graveyard hate. And we can just get it done anyway. Opponent sideboarded quickly, which is nice. Recording these best of 3 can always be annoying because opponent takes the full time. Okay, I'm gonna keep. This hand's not great, but their deck's not fast, so it's a nice draw. Batty? Duress. We keep Duress. So I don't want to see Caryatid here. That might give them the velocity to overpower us. I think that's the thing that's scary. Okay, so we got Rest in Peace, and now we're just dead. Which is fair. I will Duress you. I'm going to hope their hand's really bad, and maybe we can just, like... Or you can have blade removal. So this is a good reason to keep in Jace, actually. I didn't really consider graveyard hate, because, like, with Jace, you can just loot away stuff and try to, like, find a Kiora and attack them with it. I think that this completely shuts down our deck. We have 8 discard spells. Our opening hand didn't have any. On the play, we just discard this, and it's not that big of a deal. But on the draw, maybe I could have considered mulliganing. I don't know how many of these Niv plays. I was thinking about multicolored sideboard cards that were graveyard hate. Maybe they have like 2, which, I mean, I'm not going to overreact to 2 Rest in Peace. If they have 4, you could change the way you mulligan. Okay. Let's do this. Try to find like a Thoughtseize or something. Founding. So none of these cards have text, and I can't put Atraxa into play. I'm actually sort of happy that for the sake of the video, I can just trim this game down. Like, I don't think we can reassess, but I don't think I really could have won that game. I needed to attack my opponent with a 3/2, and then hardcast Valgavoth. That's how I'm winning that game. So All right. So yeah, rest in peace is tough. Like I said, we have 8 discard, so I think that could just happen. I think we run back the plan that I had. Like, even if I have Jace, they showed Vanishing Verse. So, do it again. Hope to nab the rest in peace with a discard spell if they have it. But, I mean, that's a nice, like, learning note of maybe we should have some sideboard threats. Like, I've always talked about Preacher of the Schism in Standard. Could be good here. Same theme solid. Discard, card draw, Kiora. I mean, this is going to set up the cruise instantly, too. Put on mulligans. Pillage the Bog versus Fable. I'm not sure. Pillage can find Rip, I guess. But Fable does stuff. Like, if they don't find Rest in Peace off this Pillage the Bog, it should be in a decent spot. And it is a sorcery, so I get a chance to discard it if I find a way to. Okay. So we're not getting bogged. Extra Kiora. Extra Kiora is actually somewhat appealing. But so is everything else I have. I guess I'll discard the land and bank on the Kiora finding another one. It's probably fine. It's a lot of discard, okay. It's kind of interesting. So we'll be at 5. Let's get verse, doesn't matter. Kind of want to discard. Huh. I might die to this thingy. So we didn't find any fatties. I top decked a Leyline Binding so they get to answer my thing for 1 mana. It's not good. Okay, so I think the highest upside play is to play Kiora and draw a land. What's the count on this? It's 5. If we miss, our life sucks. Okay. Yeah, our life really sucks. Okay. Well, if we get Rest in Peace, GG, I suppose. I think I'm going to keep the Mystical Dispute. It's not Rest in Peace. Okay. 6. What if I just make an 8/8? What if I suicide my Kiora and make an 8/8? Is that bad? Suppose I shouldn't have Thoughtseize first. I should have considered that line. I think I would rather not do that. Because this can't really attack. Okay, land is nice. Your turn. Universe, don't care about that. And Yorion is fine. Alright. Well, we dodged the rest in peace, so I was lucky. Like an untapped blue. Which I get. I got a Planeswalker. Do I want Zombify or Thoughtseize? I don't know if it really matters. Do I want extra Mystical Dispute? Not really. Valgavoth I can discard, so yeah, I'll take Zombify. I think we got him. I guess they can blink this. Oh, I have counterspell, so never mind. Can't block, sure. It's got Menace now. I'm assuming they're gonna play Yorion and then I'm gonna Mystical Dispute it. They know I have Mystical Dispute though, right? Or no, I didn't reveal it. Okay. Maybe I was supposed to. Okay. Opponent's access a non-token creature. They can get my Atraxa. I don't know if that matters that much. It's possible I was just supposed to play Narset instead of Valgavoth. Whatever. Alright, that was sweet. GG. So, when they did have Rest in Peace, we did busted stuff. When they did, well, our deck didn't work. GG. Alright, let's go first. Sand looks sweet. To figure out if I want to be disciplined and not play the Jace. I guess we get to Thoughtseize, so we'll know. I'm mulliganed a lot. I think this is 5 currently. Thoughtseize is not going to help that. Okay, when I'm playing Lotus, which probably a good matchup for me. I have a lot of discard and can do powerful stuff. I think I'm going to do this. I don't want them to bounce my Jace. It's such a shit play, though. Yeah, it's fine. I guess the timing lines up better if I hit my land drops. This can potentially cast a Zombify, right? Or maybe I'm... Yeah, okay. Yep. You bounce my thing. Alright, so they found Lotus, so maybe I could just die and then mull to 5. Okay. Other than your hand. Yeah, okay. Alright. Can they beat Valgavoth, actually? Pour or Vizier? We get 3 mana. Not actually sure. I mean, this is more cards, but I feel like they'll be slower. Kind of depends if they just rip lands. Okay, well. Opponent is getting the absolute treatment. I will... Let's use you again. Play Jace. So we just want to Zombify here. Okay, I need to stop too, because I wanna loot and then cast this. Ooh, okay. So I don't know. I guess I'll see after I draw. I can just no sir, because we have Valgavoth, right? Okay, so draw. So we hit the land, so I'm just gonna deny myself the Ancestral And just put Valgavoth into play. Do I have a Zombify in here? Okay, so now my opponent has to play without a graveyard. Which is probably bad for them. I mean, they do have their actual graveyard, but I don't know how maybe they're closer to being able to win than I appreciate. I think like denying things like hidden strings from their graveyard is relevant as well. So I get a hidden strings. Sure, I'll take that. Let's draw some cards. Okay, good enough. Nice. Alright, against Lotus Field, I want Narset. I think I want Mystical Dispute. These fall off. Like, they get really bad at a certain point, but I think they're still probably worth putting in. And then I went on my discard. So removal out. I think Jace is probably good in this matchup, because they're not going to have that many ways to interact with it. I haven't played against the blue-red version. The blue-red version seems kind of busted. Maybe they have, like, shocks and stuff, but I can't imagine they would be putting that in here. Okay, so could potentially. I don't think I want to take out any of my fatties. I was gonna say could take out like an Atraxa, but Kiora is somewhat slow. See the Truth and Treasure Cruise aren't like that important. Maybe Jace is the worst card, but I think it's better than these like card advantage-y things because it does set up my like combo or whatever. Could I take out Tainted Indulgence? I have so many discard spells. I don't think they'll have Graveyard Hate against me. Which of these is better? I'll do that. Maybe I do this. Splitting the difference. I don't know which is correct. Shouldn't make that big of a difference. I'm just gonna click the buttons. And I might concede prematurely because just like watching people go through the Lotus Field motions is not fun for me or anyone watching. If they're at a point where I think they've got me, I'll probably just pack it in. So now I ask myself the question, is this hand good enough to keep? I'm going to try it. We do have 8 discard spells. And I can't stop an Expedition map, so to have that, they're going to Lotus Field me either way. I guess in the context of, like, I need discard spells fast, this is maybe better than Treasure Cruise, because I can't really cast Treasure Cruise on turn 2. This does just give me an impulse. Okay, here you go. I mean, Kiora's not a terrible clock. Maybe this hand was too bad to keep, though. So they have a map. See, the Truth looks at more. They're probably just map Lotus Fielding, right? The map Lotus Field, I get to resolve Narset, which is nice. I don't know. I probably won't minus the Narset. I don't really know what answers they have to Narset. Feel the need for the card. I'm just gonna pass. Like I said, I don't know if they have ways to do like 4 or 3 damage. I messed up. I think I should have played Otawara. I think I probably should have played Otawara, played Kiora, and then minus Narset. If I didn't hit a discard spell. I could still just minus. I guess I could draw on tap land as well. that's disgusting. Okay. Oh, I might be dead. They're like into the Flood Maw. Do I want this? No. Go minus. Unfortunate. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay, so this blocks this. This is going to make mana. Doesn't do anything as long as I have the Narset. Do I think they're going to be able to remove it, Jace? I think I'm going to minus. Maybe this is a punt. Alright, so they need to find a way to remove this Narset. They technically have it if they just play this other Vizier. They can attack it, but I mean that involves me doing nothing, so slide hand shore. These can still just make mana, right? These are just like rituals. Because this will make them 4, and then they'll net. Oh, they don't even net mana at that point, right? Yep. Okay. Okay, so no Zombify yet. This can just plus. I don't know, all these kind of suck at this point. Yeah, so the next turn I can taint. I shouldn't say it. Tainted Indulgence. Okay, you can have 1 billion mana. I don't think they get it anywhere though. But next turn I can Tainted Indulgence Valgavoth. Yep. And then they have next turn to beat me. Through all this stuff. Which maybe they could do. I think if they just like find an answer for Narset, they could probably kill me, but wouldn't hate to find a what's it called? Oh, I don't actually get to discard, do I? It's not like a thing where I get to choose. What if I cruise? Can I cruise to fix my graveyard? I don't have a cruise. So I could just Ancestral. Did I mill a fatty? I just built a Valgavoth. Duh. Okay. So Zombify, Otawara costs 2. Do I need to do anything else? They have 1 million mana. So I think they just have to draw a way to deal with Narset. And if they do, I suppose I don't think it matters. I think I just lose. Mystical Dispute's not going to do anything. And finding a discard spell didn't matter because all that really matters is the top of their deck, I think. So they didn't find it. Nice. I hate Lotus Field. I love beating Lotus Field. What a miserable, stupid, boring deck. GG. Alright, let's see if we can close out. So we beat the 2 new decks. We beat Niv, we beat Lotus Field. I think those are the 2 like big meta decks that got added to Arena. So far we've been cruising, which is nice. I'd like to go first. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's gonna end up being bad if we play against the 2 decks we just played against. But if we play against a creature deck, it should be okay. And you do have the upside of always just being able to top deck your like loot things to sort of course correct. So this is nice. I don't really care about Skyclave Apparition. I think I'm just going to take Aven and then plan on pushing the Elf. And just deal with the Thalia. Just like accept it being part of my game. Never mind. Okay, now what? I guess I will just let them have the Elf. That's really unfortunate for me. My life sucks now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I got max punished. Whatever. Do our best. Hope they don't top deck well. Just need a weighted discard. Uh-oh. Well, their hand was heinous, but now all of their cards say draw a card on them, so instead of being 2-mana 2/2s, they're 2-mana 2/2s, or 3-mana 2/2s that draw a card, which is not better for me. It's not the scariest, but I don't think we're gonna get to the point where we can discard hand size. I should have played my land. But yeah, I mean maybe we would have just died at 2/2 beatdown. Unlucky. Thoughtseize is trash. Buff Thoughtseize. Everyone always complains about Thoughtseize. Like, you consider just drawing well. We're dead. Okay. Well, the Reanimator thing happened, right, where you just don't draw. It needs setup, right? You need Fatty, you need discard outlet, and you need Reanimation Spell. We drew Reanimation Spell, we drew Fatty, we didn't draw discard outlet. I don't think that's necessarily a problem with how the deck's built. Like, I think this is probably enough. We could consider more, but it's just going to happen on occasion. So now we're probably dead. I think we're maybe just lights out to Rest in Peace. I am assuming that the green-white deck has Rest in Peace. But we'll do our best. I think... So do I want Cut Down? Do I want Fatal Push? Do I want Sheoldred's Edict? Do I want Narset? Extinction Event's great. I guess I'll try Cut Down. Duress is somewhat interesting because Collective Company is so powerful. But we have Thoughtseizes. I'll just put in Push, Cut Down. I don't think I want Path of Peril. Edict seems very bad. And Narset seems almost impossible to protect. So we're going to do the Reanimator thing and hope it works out. Our plan B will be... I'm taking out cruises. Our plan B will be... I guess just... If they do Rest in Peace us, we have to hard cast Valgavoth, which might be doable. Hope to draw Extinction Event. Yeah, we need a win condition. Kalidas could be in my side deck. That's really good against this deck, and it's a way to win the game. I don't know if... I guess Rest in Peace might override it, though. I'm not really sure how that works. Rest in Peace might just stop. Because I think Kalidas is like a replacement effect. that says when a thing would die instead exile it. I think if Rest in Peace is already doing that, maybe you don't get the 2/2s. I honestly have no idea. Alright, go first. Yep. So, we've got Fatal Push for Elf, so that means we can't get turn 2 Skyclave Apparition. Alright, now we're dodging Rest in Peace. The Aven will slow us down, but I'll lock this out. That card's not very good against Reanimator. Guess it makes my land come into play tapped. So if I Takenuma and I miss, the upside of this, I get to flip my Jace. Do I care about flipping my Jace? This goes to 2. The Archon kills it, but I deal with the Elf, and they don't have an additional land. I think I'm down to kill their Elf. Okay, we got our Atraxa back. We don't want that, but that's okay. Alright, so we can kill both. Because this exiles itself. So now I have Revolt. So I will Revolt kill that. Minus. Kill one of your mana sources. Play a tap land and hope that they don't have Rest in Peace or don't top deck Rest in Peace. I think they probably would have played Rest in Peace before playing Archon, so it had to have been the top card. That is not Rest in Peace. Alright, we get an Atraxa, which is very good. So, I don't even know what I was going to take. I don't think the green-white deck is good at dealing with large lifelink creatures with flying. Like even if these didn't have all these insane text boxes, I'm not sure how many like get lost type things they have. So we're running it back. Do I want to consider Duress? On the draw, Duress can hit Rest in Peace. I think we just try to dodge. I think that makes the most sense. We still have Thoughtseize. I just don't want to have Duress against like a mediocre beatdown draw and die because of it. I think if you're going to play Reanimator, you shouldn't always fear Rest in Peace. You just, you know, it's just one of those decks where you just kind of cross your fingers and hope things work out. And know that if your opponent doesn't have the right answers, you can do things that are really, really powerful. For the most part, I don't think Reanimator is like a good Pioneer archetype. But I think that's part of why they're more comfortable with printing these better reanimation spells into Standard. It's just like the graveyard hate they print is so good now that even if these decks become good, they can't really stay good if people want to beat them. But I'm not sure how much graveyard hate there is in Pioneer at the moment. Sand seems almost perfect. Elf, in just like a good hand with Llanowar Elf can obviously beat this, but they didn't mulligan. If we can deny like a card advantage engine. Eldrazi Displacer. The Thalia Company combo. Do I care about Eldrazi Displacer? I think I'm just going to take... I could just let Thalia be a part of my game. It's pretty annoying, but... Okay, they didn't Thalia. Do I want to Founding now? So we'll set up Kiora. 8/8's really bad against Displacer, though. And then they have Thalia to block. I think I want to use... I just get so much mana from this because of Thalia. Hope we find a fatty. So that's a 3. I guess I can... Unless they have Graveyard, I can just discard the Kiora because no one left behind is a Kiora anyway. For 3 mana with the Thalia. They do need a colorless source though, right? I don't have that. This one? What does that mean? Why would you not play the Thalia? So they have Aven now? So next turn we get a flashback. I don't even care if this gets Aven. No? Did I mill a fatty? We did not. So the Aven's gonna make the flashback. It's a really good draw by them. That sucks. Oh, okay, no. I thought I played the wrong line. My bad. Played the right line. Okay. Top deck Gideon. Jesus Christ, give me a break. Okay, why did you do that? I just died? They just hit runner, and now I lose the game? No, because I can reanimate this turn, right? Or no? Because the card I cast costs +2, so I can't taint it into. It's hard. Okay, so I think what do I have to do? Fatal Push, kill this. Nowhere Left Behind, Kiora. Fatal Push cost me 3, then Nowhere 0. Then I have to Zombify Valgavoth. Fatal Push 3. Do I have another line? Okay. Wait, what is going on? How do I actually don't know how to target the Fatal Push. I literally don't know what is happening. Am I just stuck? Is there a bug? Done. Escape. I actually, is it just a bug? Okay. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, it's not the. Is this gonna be in the graveyard? Do I get the revolt? Okay, I did get the revolt. Alright, Jesus Christ. Okay, so now this will be lethal. So we get Kiora. Valgavoth. So if they draw a colorless land, we lose. Wow. This person is so lucky, dude. Oh, it's just vile. It's just disgusting how lucky this person is. Wow. They just hit everything every turn. I was like, it's... Oh my god. Can I win? Get an 8/8. They get to blink the 8/8, but then they don't blink the Valgavoth. The Valgavoth sacks 5. That's not really going to matter to them. I don't think I'm supposed to attack. Kiora trades for 2/2. Okay. So Thalia doesn't matter. I have 5. Yeah, I draw Thoughtseize, sure. I mean, maybe... It is just a blink, right? Oh, it is first strike. I'm so bad, dude. I'm tilted. I'm so tilted. Oh, this person's such a savage. Thoughtseize is terrible. Everyone that complains about Thoughtseize, it's literally the worst card ever printed. It does nothing. Your opponent just draws perfect. Alright, we can win. I'm just... Never mind. I mean, it's unreal, right? I mean, it's a recording, so everyone gets to see it, but it's just disgusting. It's just vile. You should have zeroed first. Okay, so can I... I'm Dobbs, right? So they didn't zero first. So sack Gideon, sack, exile. I don't have the blink. Why did they do that? Because if they rip a land, they get to kill me, and then they hit a land. Is this lethal? Tap, sack, plus. Okay, this works too. I think they have lethal. I mean, this person's just a sicko. Alright, well, that's the end of the video. You got to hear me just tilting off, but it is what it is. It happens. It's magic. It can be frustrating. Opponent ran unreal, but, you know, at least it was a crazy game. That is wild. Like, if you just showed the game state to any reasonable person at the point it was at, you'd be like, yeah, I mean, this green red person's probably going to die. They don't have the colorless source. And then they just ripped Gideon, ripped Enduring Innocence, ripped colorless source, ripped Fox Bodyguard, and then ripped the land they needed to be able to kill me. Oh, man. Alright, GG's. Well, enjoy the video. This deck was really fun. I think I could not post this and be like, oh, I got salty. I think it's fine for me to be human on occasion and remind people. I do try to make these videos, like, entertaining. Hopefully it wasn't too much salt. But, you know, I wanted the nice little clean 3-0. We didn't get it. Not a big deal. Deck's cool, though. I like I said, it's, you know, maybe a bit too vulnerable to graveyard hate. But if you've been enjoying some of the stuff I've been posting and want to give this a shot, you could do that. It probably is a pretty good matchup versus, like, Phoenix. The Niv matchup I was a little worried about, but it played out in a way where it wasn't that scary. But it does seem like most people have Rest in Peace, so keep that in mind. Maybe side deck some, like, Sheoldreds or whatever. Some sort of standalone threat that can carry a game. That might be the thing you want. But, yeah, cool deck. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.